Hi everybody, it's nice to be with you again. I hope you're all doing very, very well. What I'd like to talk about in this video today is health anxiety. And I'd like to share with you a very simple tip that will be helpful, that will be useful to you if you suffer in any way, shape, or form about some form of health anxiety, whether it's chronic health anxiety that all year long you're feeling some form of uneasiness about symptoms and what might happen to you that is unwanted to your body, to some diseases that you're afraid are lurking and waiting for you. Or if you're currently experiencing some symptoms that are making you uneasy because you're afraid that it might be something that is unwanted. In any case, you will most likely feel the benefits from the tip that I'm going to give you that I've experienced a lot in my life and that's helped me very, very much. And I'll share with you why. But before I go on, I'd like to insist on the fact that I'm not a doctor and I don't replace doctors and I don't give medical advice. So by all means, if you need to visit a doctor, do so and follow his or her advice and take my advice as a little plus that will help you not only manage but hopefully feel some form of relief that will be very, very welcome in your current situation. I also would like to let you know that my course on virus anxiety is out, and this course is here to help anybody suffering from uneasiness at the idea of catching a virus. This uneasiness, especially right now in the winter, European winter, North American winter, the Northern Hemisphere winter, there's a lot of people who are more uneasy than at other times about the idea of catching something and that are feeling vulnerable in a way that is uncomfortable. To those people, I've created this course that is destined to take you step by step into not only understanding what's going on within you, but managing it, and start, when you do the exercises and the practices, to start making you feel more and more and more relief until you start feeling a lot lighter and start living your life the way you deserve to be living it. Not only is this course out, but it's on sale because I want as many people as possible to benefit from this course. So I put it at half price. This is a winter special. It's not going to last forever. So if you're interested, if you know of anybody who could be interested, click on the link below and you're able to purchase it at half the price. Take advantage of this offer. And so now let's go back into our topic of the day, which is health anxiety. And let's imagine that the reason you're feeling some form of health anxiety at the moment or often in your life, this is the case for people who are experiencing chronic anxiety for their health, is you're looking for symptoms. If you're looking for symptoms, you're going to end up finding symptoms. That happens all the time. It's like if you're looking for problems, you're looking around your life looking for problems, you're going to find problems and you're going to inflate the problem until the small something that you could hardly see at first suddenly looks huge in front of you. Same with physical symptoms. If you're constantly worried, if you're experiencing symptoms currently that is, feeling a little strange, that it's not normal, I'm feeling this. Let's say I'm feeling heavy chested for some reason. Or let's say that I'm feeling, this strong headache that I'm not used to having. And I'm thinking, what if it was something bad? What if it was something big? What if it was something dangerous? Oh my God, what's happening to me? Understand, first of all, that it's normal. The more you practice thoughts of worry, the more you're going to experience the worry, and the more the worryful thoughts, the worrying thoughts that you've been practicing have become easier and easier and easier to keep alive. And so right now, you're experiencing some form of symptoms in your body that you don't like. Oh my God, I don't like what I'm feeling. Oh my God, what does that mean? And so what happens is you will go on the internet. You're going to start looking at the symptoms. And if you do that, what's going to happen most likely is you're going to find articles and topics that are going to make you even more worried. This need to be reassured. Oh my God, I'm feeling worried. I need to be reassured. So I go look on the internet. Now it's going to have a reverse effect on you. Now you're going to have people who talk about it in a way that's, oh my God, it confirms what I was thinking. It confirms that I was feeling really bad. And my God, if I have the dis-ease that this person that is sharing his experience on the internet has, this would be horrible. And now suddenly you're going from a mild discomfort in your body into a huge worry. Because suddenly now you're like, oh my God, what's going on? What's happening? I don't like what's happening. I don't want what's happening to go on. And oh my God, the symptoms here again. Normal. It's going to be here. The more you give the symptom attention and the more you feel fear of the symptom for any reason, whether you've been looking on the internet or not, and you start letting your imagination navigate into worst case scenarios, the more the symptoms will grow. And it's a fact, the symptoms will grow. At first, it won't necessarily grow, but you'll just be more attentive to it. You pay more attention to it. But by paying more attention to it and giving it energy through the negative emotion, the symptom will grow. Trust me about that. I've experienced that. The symptom will grow, the worry will grow, the emotional discomfort will grow, and then you'll look into the symptom again and the symptom will keep growing. And so what we tend to do in cases like this is look at the symptom, dislike the symptom, hope that the symptom was not here. And as we're experiencing this rejection of the symptom, this rejection of the gloomy perspective that we're starting to imagine, we're making it more and more real. And our body, which has within it the infinite intelligence to heal anything, will be prevented even more from healing anything, even if it was something benign and something insignificant. Your body's ability to heal itself will start shutting down. It's physics. It's not woo-woo energy work. Your body's ability to heal itself is always here. The thing is, are you allowing it to heal itself, or are you preventing it from healing itself by virtue of you worrying? And so here we go. It's like a loop of feeling and thinking in a way that's starting more and more and more to disallow the well-being of your body instead of letting go. Easily said, I know, but letting go and allowing your body to address the topic itself, which most likely, in most cases, is nothing serious. In most cases, it's more your tendency to worry that's making of something benign or insignificant something suddenly very important in your life. And so what's the tip? Whenever you're feeling or experiencing the symptom, allow the symptom to be. Allow the symptom to play out and feel, experience the symptom, but allow it. Allow the symptom. Tell the symptom, I allow you to express yourself. Now, if you're used to worrying, it's not going to be easy at first. You're like, I can't allow it. I don't like it. But you can practice that. You can practice looking at the symptom as a feeling, as a simple sensation, and allowing the sensation to play out. And whenever you allow, you're stopping to push against it. You're stopping to resist it. You're stopping from making assumptions and starting to look at worst case scenarios. Anytime you start allowing, whatever needs to heal starts to heal. In other words, the cursor is, the more you worry about it, the cursor leans towards getting worse, your body getting worse, your physical state getting worse. As soon as you start allowing more and more, stopping the resistance, it goes back to neutral, and whenever it's in neutral, the body starts healing. I'm not saying it heals. I'm not saying you will heal in one day. I'm not saying don't address it or don't take any necessary medications that will help, alleviate the symptoms and healing. But if you're starting to allow the natural ability of your body to express itself, oh my God, you will start feeling relief. At first, you will start feeling relief. So The exercise is to look at it, and instead of saying, oh my God, what is it? Oh my God, I don't want you, to say, it's okay. You're just here to tell me something, because any symptoms is like, it's like your body talking to you. You're here to tell me something. Go ahead, tell me. Go ahead, express yourself. If you're able to reach that state of allowing, and again, you need practice, now the cursor of your body will lean towards allowing your body to start healing itself. You're going from disallowing by virtue of your worry to starting to allow it by virtue of letting go and allowing whatever is to be. You see how it works? As I start letting go from the need to not have something unwanted happen, now my body says, thank you for allowing me to do the work that I know how to do. Your body, and you will feel it. The first feeling that you will feel is emotional relief. The first emotion that you're looking for is emotional relief. So if I stop pushing against something, if I stop not wanting something that is to be, I'm starting to feel some form of relief. And the relief that I feel is starting to allow my body to start the healing process. The intuitive, the infinite intelligence of the body is now allowed to start working to your greatest benefit, to the greatest benefit of your optimum health. And so, let me tell you this story. I had, a few years ago, I suffered from something called laryngospasms. I had spasms in my larynx that would manifest at any time I would start falling asleep. My larynx would have spasms. It would close and I couldn't breathe. I wouldn't allow air to go through, and I would feel like, oh my God, I'm dying, I can't breathe. And I would jump out of my bed in absolute panic, in absolute terror, say, I can't breathe. And so I would force it. And the more I forced it, the less I could breathe. And I would like, ah! 3 times I ended up at emergency, and they didn't know what to do with me. And they put me on a respirator. It was useless because I wasn't lacking oxygen. It was just my larynx having spasms. And for 2 months, I experienced horror, I experienced terror, I experienced fear, I experienced like, oh my God, I'd rather die. During a period of 2 weeks, I couldn't sleep. I was like sleepless because anytime I would start slumbering, my larynx would close and I couldn't breathe. And I'm like, oh my God, I have a choice, sleep or breathe. I can't sleep and breathe at the same time. Yes, towards the end of the night, I could sleep for a few hours. But for some reason, early in the night, it was impossible. And what happened is I realized, it took me about 2 months to realize that what was actually increasing the symptoms was that as soon as the spasm would happen, I would try to force the breathing. I would try to force it. And the more I forced it, the less I was able to breathe. And then I realized that if I allowed my larynx to be closed for a little bit, for a few seconds, I would actually hold my breath for a few seconds. By itself, the larynx would reopen. By itself, I'd be able to breathe again without having to go through this horrible panic. And that was a big revelation to me. The video just stopped, so I'm continuing the flow of my thoughts. So what I was saying was that the actual spasms were made much, much worse every time I tried to force it. Every time I was like, oh my God, what's going on? I don't like it. And I pushed against it. Anytime you push against any symptom or any thought or anything that is less than good, you are going to make it stronger. And I realized that instead of pushing against the inability of my breathing to happen, I allowed my breathing not to happen for a few seconds. And very naturally, my larynx would reopen and I was able to breathe again. And instead of this being a source of panic for the rest of the night and me not being able to sleep or being, inspired to go to the emergency, I was like, okay, it happened. It won't happen all night. I allow it. And little by little, I started getting better and better and better, not because of any medication I took, but because I also addressed the emotional issue behind this physical symptom, because everything has an emotional root. Every physical disease has an emotional root. But right now, in this video, I'm only talking about the symptoms, how to deal with the symptoms. If you are experiencing symptoms and these symptoms, you don't like them and you're trying to make them go away, you're going to do the exact reverse effect from the one that you're trying to do. Instead of going away, the symptoms will get bigger. If you allow the symptoms, just allow them. I'm not saying that something might not be happening behind it. You don't want to hear about that. All you want to do is do the best that you can at the moment in order to feel relief from not only the symptoms, but first relief is emotional. It's okay that I'm experiencing these symptoms. And this okayness is the door that starts to open towards allowing some form of getting better to start happening. I'm not saying you're going to heal suddenly. Sometimes you would. Sometimes just this allowing would just bring some revelation and your body would start operating miracles. But forget about that. You want to allow a little bit more your body to heal itself by stopping to prevent it from healing itself. It's always working towards healing unless you prevent it. So anytime you feel worried, anytime you feel, I don't want it, anytime you push against, anytime you feel terrified, you're closing the door to healing or to feeling better or to getting a little bit better. You're closing the door that would have allowed otherwise some form of betterness to happen. So try this. You're feeling symptoms right now? Look at the symptoms and allow them. And if you do that over and over again, you will have less of a tendency to panic whenever you feel those symptoms. You're going to start making friendship with these symptoms. And the friendship that you're going to feel will start opening the door to better feeling emotionally and to better feeling physically. Ultimately, it all starts with emotion. It all starts by feeling a little bit better emotionally. And when you do, as you feel a little bit better emotionally, you're opening the door to feeling better physically. You're just opening the door. You might not even experience it really on that specific day. It's okay. You're starting to open the door. And as you practice opening the door will be easier to open. Try this. Let me know in the comments if this has been helpful. It's been so helpful to me. I understood that before the spasm thing happening to me, but when it happens to me in a big way, oh my God, the tendency to panic gets big. And so as much as I was already, very, very aware of emotions and stress and how to alleviate stress, as much as this was too big for me, and for a while, it was like, oh my God, what do I do? Try to avoid that and try to make friend with whatever you're feeling. And as you do, you're going to make friend with your body's ability to start healing itself. Play with it, do it, and let me know in the comments. And I look forward to seeing you in another video.